Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In today's segment, we will study the anatomy and physiology of stomach. Stomach is a muscular, hollow organ which is distensible. That is, it has the ability to stretch and expand. It is an enlarged segment of digestive tract which is located in the left superior part of the abdomen. It performs three main functions. It stores and mixes bolus received from the esophagus. It secretes substances like enzymes, mucus, and hydrochloric acid. We will study these substances and their functions in a while. It controls the rate at which food moves into the small intestine by pyloric sphincter. Stomach is divided into 5 regions. The cardiac region. It is the first part of the stomach below esophagus. The fundus. It is the superior part below diaphragm. The body. It is the largest and main part of the stomach where food is mixed with gastric juices and starts to break down. The antrum, which is also called the pyloric antrum. It is the lower part of the stomach that holds broken down food until it is ready to be released into the small intestine. The pyloric region. It connects to the small intestine. The medial and lateral borders of the stomach are curved, forming greater curvature on the left side and lesser curvature on the right side. The food enters the stomach by cardiac sphincter at the cardiac region and leaves the stomach to enter the intestine by pyloric sphincter at the pyloric region. The mucosal and submucosal layers of the stomach are thrown into large folds. These folds are called the gastric folds or gastric rugae. These folds allow the stomach to expand upon the entry of bolus. Folds disappear as the stomach is filled. We have already studied in the earlier segment that the entire gastrointestinal tract is composed of outer serosa, 2 muscular layers, that is, the longitudinal and circular muscles, the submucosa and the innermost mucosa. But stomach has 3 muscular layers instead of 2. Stomach has the outermost longitudinal muscles, the circular muscles, and the innermost oblique muscles, which aid in digestion by grinding the food together with digestive juices. Stomach mucosa has 2 types of tubular glands. The gastric glands, which are also called the fundic glands or the ozenthic glands, and the pyloric glands. Gastric glands are composed of 3 types of cells: mucous neck cells, ozenthic cells, also known as the parietal cells, and the peptic cells, also known as the Chase cells. Mucous neck cells secrete mucus. Ozenthic cells secrete hydrochloric acid and intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor is responsible for the absorption of vitamin B12 in the ileum. Peptic cells secrete pepsinogen. The pepsinogen secreted by the peptic cells is activated by the hydrochloric acid secreted by the parietal cells. Pyloric glands are composed of mucous neck cells, G cells, and D cells. Pyloric glands are similar in structure to ozenthic glands, but they have no parietal cells and they have few peptic cells. Instead, they have numerous number of mucous neck cells. Mucous neck cells are identical in structure with the mucous neck cells of oxyntic glands, and they mostly secrete mucus. G cells secrete a hormone called gastrin that stimulates acid secretion. D cells secrete a hormone called somatostatin that inhibits acidic secretion. When bolus enters the stomach, it distends the stomach wall. Distension, as well as act of eating, causes the gastric pits to secrete hydrochloric acid and pepsinogen. Hydrochloric acid activates pepsinogen into an active enzyme called pepsin. Pepsin, mucus, and hydrochloric acid mix with the food and begin to break down proteins. At the same time, smooth muscles also start contraction and vigorously churn and mix the food. About 3 to 4 hours after a meal, stomach contents have been sufficiently mixed, forming a semi-liquid mass called chyme. The word chyme is derived from a Greek word chymos that means juice. The chyme is released into small intestine by pyloric sphincter.